Welcome to another episode of the Black Swan Podcast. That's BLACKSWAAN. I'm your host, Anwar Snuffy Dog Smith. I'm here with some special guests. I got Travis in the building. I got my nigga Smoothie with me. We here to talk about some real, I want to say relationship shit, but we're going to get into some relationship, men thoughts on some female matters. All right. So, y'all been saying we sexist. So, hey, we only talking, we only trying to spread some opinions. I want to get some thoughts. I got some things going on in my life, so I figured let me talk to some of my niggas, get some ideas on that. Spoody's always been a smart man. Travis, I've been liking what you've been doing so far. You're married, you got your children, you're doing some good things in life, taking care of your body and all that good stuff. So I say, you know what? Let me ask some of my guys what's going on. So, hey, first question, I want to get your feedback on this. How do y'all feel about couples? So me and someone been dating for a couple of years, maybe let's say 2 years. How you feel about couples moving in together before they get married?
I think the answer to that question really is based on like the type of environment you grew up in. So a lot of people, and like really what your values are. So a lot of people have like strong values against shacking up, quote unquote, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So like they grew up in an environment where, if a guy grew up in an environment where it's just drilled in their head, like, yeah, but you ain't gonna never do this, and there's no reason for you to do that, you would be less inclined to be like, yeah, but I don't have to move in. My family situation home is great. Yeah, if we're gonna get married and we're gonna eventually move in together, we didn't have all that sorted out. Was another couple months of me living at home. You know what I'm saying? Whereas opposed to someone who may not have those type of values, they might be like, yeah, but by rent is XYZ. Me and my girl, we've been rocking for some time. It just makes sense for us in our situation to do it. So I think it's really dependent on the type of values you have, your circumstances, what your financial situation is, how serious the relationship is. But I don't see nothing wrong with it in particular. I think you should do it if it is not going to be too against your values, because you really start to learn how people are when you start to live with them.
All right, Travis, comment on this. You mentioned values. And with values, it's like, okay, are we talking about values from 30, 40, 50 years ago and all that now? Like, we're in a different time right now. We don't make as much money, or the money ain't spread around like I used to be spread around.
Women, like, what, 2 years ago? Come on, Snuff.
We voted fuck women? Did we say fuck women? Or we say women need to stay where they at and they see? Oh, you setting me up. Sorry, women? No, women, I didn't mean it like that. What I'm trying to say is, I understand what you're saying when we fuck women and all that good stuff, but we're in a position in life where like nobody making no corn. The corn ain't spread around, so you need to start putting corn together so you can live the life that you want to live. See, how you feel about that?
Just like Spooty kind of touched both sides, I feel as if there's no black or white there. There's hella gray area. The backgrounds definitely play a huge picture, because it's like if you come from a background where you trying to get out of, you trying to get away from that background, no matter what the out is, you're going to try to get that out. You know what I'm saying? So if that out is moving in with your girl, you're going to try to move in with your girl as soon as possible. But if you come from a background where they share the ideals, you know, shacking up is bad, shacking up is the word we hear, you know, and that's not a good thing. So if that's the word that you've been hearing all your life, shacking up is bad, you ain't trying to shack up because you ain't trying to look bad in your parents' eyes. So it really, really just depends on where you come from. But coming from a financial standpoint, it makes sense. Coming from a standpoint of living in a quote-unquote third world country, Bahamas, you know, that's where we at.
Right.
It makes sense because two heads are better than one.
But the only pushback on it is
morality.
Yeah. Certain people's values.
Bahamian morality, because
the same Bahamians who sweethearting.
Real.
And it's crazy to me because the same Bahamians who sweethearting be the ones saying, "Oh, you shocking up? What the fuck you doing?"
That's a real Caribbean thing too. But I feel like it's like you say, it is different day in terms of like finance. So a lot more people are
saying bump that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, yeah, but mommy, you can't say nothing to me. I don't want to pay rent with you. I about to go pay rent with my boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? Like, or like y'all don't need me here. But like I could go in a situation where like we didn't engage. We about to get married. The wedding ain't gonna be for a year or two. I done sleep over there 4 or 5 times.
We done been sexing for the past 2 years.
You know, so you know, people might not be. I like, for instance, I knew a girl, right? Where, and this was years ago. So she was a couple years older than me at the time. So she's like mid-20s, and she was dealing with this nigga And when I started to get serious, like she had to be like, yeah, but I can't really. I could sleep out, but like it ain't no like I moving out type situation until we know for sure like I getting down the aisle. And like that's just what it was. That's just what our parents' rules was. Like I gotta live here. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like you ain't giving me no real situation to turn my back on my parents. And it's like it's really like you say, it's the type of situation you're trying to get away from. It's just like if you ain't giving me no other benefit, because like I already over here every other day, but when I come to live with you now, you taking me out my parents' house to come deal with some situation I ain't signed up for or no real commitment. That's a big thing to a lot of girls. But
Aren't the guys too? Don't put it out there,
Oh,
man.
yeah, true.
That means
There's
something to guys
a
too,
lot of
man.
people, yeah.
All right, so side question now. So while you was talking, it made me think about this. I feel like ideally you want to go live with some. I guess in the world would think that ideally you want to live with some male companion who's your similar age and all that. Y'all have the same goals and all that. But how do y'all feel about a male like myself, 30 years old, living with a female, non-relationship but as a roommate? What do y'all think about that? I think you used to live with a female once in your life. I feel like you was in the States living with a female too. I don't know. I don't want to put your business out there, but maybe. But how do y'all feel about that? I know you're living on your own for a few years. So what's going on?
I had a female roommate in college.
Uh-huh.
I was 20 young.
Couldn't have been me.
He was 20 young.
Yeah, it was a situation where it's just like I had some wild college stories. My first year and my second year when I went off, I was homeless, quote unquote. So I had to like find some living situations like ASAP. And so it ended up where me and this girl kind of like needed an apartment, and we found a great 2-bed, 2-bathroom apartment. And we just was like, I mean, we knew each other on a level, but it was just like, yeah, but we really we need someplace to stay. Let's see how it works. And I did that for a year. It is what it is.
Where's she from?
She was from Jamaica.
You think that's possible to do here with a female over here?
I think it's possible.
Yes, I think it's possible. Probable? No.
Would my girl allow that? Would my friends around me allow that? Like,
See, it just depends on how it starts. They had a need, they filled it.
Precisely.
You know what I'm saying? But if you don't need like a girl, if she doesn't need a roommate, she's not gonna just up and let some dude be her roommate. See what I'm saying? She's gonna go and find a girl.
So I shouldn't be out here looking for a female roommate.
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
That's not gonna happen.
And it does.
Go ahead.
I ain't got nothing else to say. It does get interesting.
Any other more thoughts on that?
I mean, I know people who have had female roommates. Typically guys that are more of the metro, spectrum, and that works considering they have gelling area. They have areas where they.
So we have a person like me who's get horny, who got needs and shit like that. Like, let's say she don't want to pay her rent that month.
That's some fucked up shit. That's some fucked up shit. But I'll say this: for me, it was a situation where it was just like
I might knock on the door.
Maybe in real.
That familiarity is where a lot of feelings that people want to end up exploring develop. So you seeing this person every day, and especially if you all have a good relationship, where it's just like, oh yeah, you checking it. So you basically have a support system in your house. You watching them cook and clean, and you all have a great working relationship. But at the same time, biology is kick over. You can see them coming out the shower one day with that towel around them and be like, damn, this water dripping off her the right way this morning. She can see you in the kitchen making some eggs and pancakes. You'd be like, damn, I want some sausage and pancakes.
You know what's craziest about that? She could be the ugliest girl ever. She could be the ugliest girl ever. I promise you. Give yourself 3 months living with her, you'll be all over that.
Are you saying that's false feelings that develop because
it's not so much false? It's just
it's
the
more
product of the environment.
It's probably the realer of the feelings. If anything,
it's just be natural. You have that natural. Especially when it's gelling well and there's no reason not to, you start to be like, wait, is really no reason for me to not feel horny about this person.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you start seeing one or two things happen, and then
sound like your college experience is real nice.
The smallest turn on in the end is gonna be like the biggest thing in the world.
Yeah, and it's because you got to see them every day. Yeah.
All right, so let's move on.
It leaves a lot of room for
and move even like I don't know if this is the direction we're moving, but even leading into marriage.
Right, that is the direction.
That's the thing. You living with this person every day. Yeah, you guys got together for whatever reason. You've been dating 10 years, you've been dating 5 years, 3 years, whatever the case is. Once you get married, everything comes out. Everything comes out on the table. Like, you see everything. The good, the bad, the salty, the sweet, all of it. And you're going to have to live with it. Every day you're going to see it. You're going to see it over and over and over. And probably the one thing that you wouldn't even think of would be the one thing that keeps that together. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of crazy.
That's some real insight right there from a married man. And perfect segue, actually, perfect segue. And let me say this as well. Now, I'm going to ask this young man, especially Travis, a question. I want them to be held by the question that I asked them, because Snuff is asking them the question, because I want to know, our viewers want to know, our audience want to know, we all want to know what's the ideas and opinions of this question. Is it even worth getting married right now in 2019? I know you as a lawyer, so I want to hear the financial, the lawyer basis. I know you're married. I want to hear, not to say shit going on, nothing like that, but I want to hear your opinion on the whole situation. Is it even worth getting married?
It depends on what you're trying to do.
Yep.
Everything depends with y'all.
Nigga, life is situational.
There's no black
life
and white,
is
bro.
circumstantial,
There's
there's no hard and fast rules. Not even when the NFL have rules, there's be hard and fast, dog.
All right, we ain't talking about no Roger Goodell, Donald Trump NFL. I want to talk about real life marriage, man. Like, what's going on? Is it worth it? Like, help me out.
It depends on what you're trying to do, like, and what's important to you. So, for instance, a lot of people, their goal for marriage is to find never-ending companionship. You see what I'm saying? They've already, the partner thing is good, but I'm also marrying you because of how deeply the morals or values I place on having a companion, having a spouse, love, and that type of thing. Those things are valued higher than someone who could be like, yeah, I love you, but I don't have to marry you. Like a Diddy, you see what I'm saying? I can love you, we could be rocking whatever, you taking care of. You don't even gotta have Diddy money to have that situation if that's what you want, because marriage ain't really benefiting you. You know what I'm saying? Whereas you could have a financial situation.
Hey, someone fire that guy. Go, continue.
Yeah, you have a financial situation where it's just like we realize our strengths together, our resources pooled together, could help us further our same common goal, which is we love each other, we want to be companions, but we also want to build each other up towards our goals. Whether that's starting a business together, helping each other out, build your careers or whatever. So that it's easier to achieve those goals on a, like, this is what we want to do when you're married. For instance, saving money on insurance, being able to transfer benefits, that type of thing. Is when you look at it from that technical standpoint, it may make sense for some people. Whereas, really and truly, if you got money, like, it don't matter. I can always pay the bills. So I really marrying you because of love and my value on what the ideal of marriage represents.
All right, so speaking from a married man, let me hear what's your take on this.
I'm going to ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Do you have a best friend?
Yes.
If you could, would you spend as much time with your best friend as possible?
Yes, definitely.
Now, if you could, would you start a business with this best friend?
Definitely.
If you could, would you go on vacation and have loads and tons of fun with this best friend?
I feel like these answers going to be definitely yes.
So, if you can legitimately spend every moment, the rest of your life, raise a family, and make money, have fun, be entertained by your best friend, why wouldn't you marry your best friend?
I don't know, because like you look at stats these days, and you're hearing stats these days, oh, marriages don't last, this, that, and the next. Social media influenced life so much where it's like, oh, now you can lose your relationship so much easier than it would have been 10, 15, 20 years ago. And so it's like, why put yourself in those positions legally and binding? That's why I asked you as a lawyer when things are so fragile these days. So how many best friends we've had in our life and they ain't our best friend? No more. You know what I'm saying?
Why aren't they your best friend?
Whatever bullshit I might have do or they might have do or some way we couldn't reconcile, we let it go. But now if I'm married to them, I'm legally binded on some level.
I think society is finally caught up to the idea of choosing marriage, like I say, outside of from a financial necessity standpoint.
Right.
Whereas in like we getting married and whatever bullshit, we need to stay married, otherwise the business is gonna fail. We gonna get cut out the woods. The farm is gonna fail. Whereas today, people have more freedom, especially women, to say, you know what? I ain't gotta marry this fucking nigga. I got my own money.
Yeah.
I ain't in love with this nigga. You can carry fucking ass. I don't have to find someone to help me buy property or for someone to help me pass on my family's inheritance. That's what a lot of marriage was for back in the day. And so I think you have a lot more people taking the time to consider what they're really getting into before jumping into marriage. Yeah, you still have people where, you know, you love and affection and all that bullshit, and 5 years down the road you still get divorced. But I think the frequency of that happening is because we have removed the shackles of really making women prisoners in marriage, or making even sometimes men prisoners in marriage, to marriages they don't want to be into, specifically because of family and financial reasons. So I think because you have that more freedom to say, I ain't got to put up with this bullshit. Yeah, we married, but you know, you fucking talking shit, I pushing out. Or where especially people our age and younger, but you talking about marriage and you running on, but fuck that. I don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying?
All right. And should you judge some way? So this is my next question now. So we all getting older now. Should we be judging people, or not even we, or so much anybody in the audience out there? A lot of people judge people now when you're getting 30, 35, 40. You know, when you go to the family functions, oh, you ain't married yet. Oh, you ain't doing this yet or whatever. It's almost like, I feel like, and this might not be true, but I've been getting to feel like, yo, man, even dudes who get around the age 28, 29, 30, oh, I gotta have a child now. Like, fuck having a family with a mother, marriage, companion situation. Man, any girl like get pregnant now, I just want this child. Now, have you heard dudes say that shit before? Like, I feel like, is it just like an age thing that we get
I think that's just part of humanity to have society have such a deep impact on what we value and what we stand for. For instance, if you grew up in a completely different community or place in the world, your faith would be different, your religion would be different, you know what I'm saying? And that's really based on the community or the society around you. Your mommy and your daddy and your auntie and your uncle and your cousins telling you every day, oh, well, you know, what's going on with this? Or, you know what? The same thing like we say, no shacking up. So that's been drilled through your head your whole life.
Just to even think it's a problem.
Exactly.
If I were to touch on that for a second, I had this to say earlier, but I have a friend I went to high school with. He came from a very, very rough beginning. Okay, in college, he met the woman that is his wife now. She came from very not humble beginnings. She came from very she came from means, wealthy beginnings. Okay, so when they got together, he ended up moving in with her and her sister. Now, of course, her family was against it because they teach something different from where he came from.
Right.
He lived with a foster family his entire life. So as soon as he got a chance to get away from that, he couldn't wait. He couldn't wait.
Right.
So I'm saying, so that's a prime example of the different sides of the spectrum kind of clashing. Right now, my dude is he's an entrepreneur. He has his own business with his wife's support, of course, because you know she's the one who came from the means, and they're both doing well. I assume they both kind of talk to both sides of the families and things of that nature, but coming from those beginnings, it's a prime example of how.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. What I'm getting from both of you is, it's an individual thing, a thing that you got to figure out for yourself, and as well as you should not let nobody outside have no influence on that. You have your influences as your experiences as you grow up, but that's something that you got to internally accept for yourself and whatever. And it doesn't matter whether you choose to get married at 21 or 40. Or have babies and children at 21 or 40. That's your. You probably can't do it at 40, but that's your decision.
And see, that's the thing. As men, we have the privilege of waiting until
and it's different for women, so I show more pressure on them.
Especially like when you in those female circles or environments where it's just women and you got to deal with your auntie and your mommy telling you from you like 25, you just finished college, you ready to fucking
your prime,
hold it out. When this baby coming, when you getting married, and you just got to hear that every day, and then you go into the doctor to get your checkups now. Oh, you 26, you 27, you plan on having children.
These eggs now.
You need to start thinking seriously about that. And so
I got one friend now who's starting to go thinking about getting insemination now because she running out of time.
Yeah.
Like, should I judge her? Like, I don't know.
No, because like that's is different
It's a
for them.
prerogative. It's a prerogative.
Yeah.
If that's what she wants to do, then
So,
by all means.
Moving on, perfect segue into judging women. So I've recently been having conversations with a couple of women now about having lipo, having plastic surgery. They want to get their belly tucked in, get their breasts lift up, want to get the bungie real right, want to get the cellulite removed, want to get the belly pounds down. They want to get a colonic. I think I hear that's moved about 20, 30 pounds. I want to get a foot detox. I hear that's moved about 10 pounds. A whole lot of shit. We paying doctors a whole lot of shit to do a whole lot of fuck. So I want to know, how do y'all feel like? I want you to know right now, you was a single man from a perspective of a girlfriend, and you was a married man, perspective of your wife. How would you feel if your woman or your wife was saying, "I try and get some lipo or get some plastic surgery"?
Honestly, I'd expect us to have extremely open, detailed, and honest conversations about it. I'm not gonna try and influence you to not do it per se, but I definitely feel like if we're in a relationship and we doing it, you can't just have a major medical procedure without at least getting me involved as to, okay, you didn't make up your mind, cool, how are we going about this safely, why you want to do this? And I feel it's fair for us to have those conversations.
What's your take now?
I agree and I disagree strongly. I'm coming from a strong fitness background, and there is no magic pill. There is nothing that is going. If you go ahead and you get your liposuction, you go ahead and get your surgery done, you look great, and you never change the habits that you had before. Yeah, you're gonna look great for 3-4 years, and then
They fall back into that scene.
your natural body's gonna start to go ahead and come back because you hadn't changed your diet, you hadn't changed any exercise habits, you hadn't changed anything except surgically. They went in and they took what was in there and they took it out.
So let me ask this question as a guy, right? What if you wanted to tell your woman, like, yo, it's not that I'm trying to have any control over your body. It's more about me saying, hey, I'm concerned, and I want to say, hey, I'm sure that there are better ways that we could get around what you're trying to achieve versus going to the doctor and getting this lipo or plastic surgery. What should the guy say if he's in that position?
And that, me personally, what I would do, I would work. Being a trainer that I am, I've done quite a bit of training and I teach spin.
Hey, show your shit out right while we out here.
I teach spin, whenever you guys want, little session or whatever the case is, $20 a session, 45 minutes. It's a really, really high intense cardio. It's really easy on the joints, really easy on the body. You don't even feel it maybe 10 minutes after you're done. It's real, real easy. But once we get into a routine, I want to go ahead and start. We're going to communicate. We're going to start a routine. If that routine does not work, if it just flat out does not work for her, then we can explore the options. But I'm not going to allow her to, as the man in her life, I have that say. I feel as if I have that say. I'm not going to let her do that without me interjecting first. Coming from the fitness background.
I see your face look like you have some type of ejection smoothie.
Yeah, I mean, just on a general standpoint, I don't think anybody has any autonomy over anyone else's body, regardless of.
See, that's the argument I'm trying to avoid.
You can't get around that because that's essentially like I say. I feel definitely the conversation is needed. Now, I can't tell you what to do, but just know if this is what you're dealing with, then my consequence or my reaction to that situation is like, yo, I can't live with this. This is a major issue for me that I can't get over. Cool, whatever. But to say that, because now if you say like, yeah, but I'm not going to allow you to do this. What if she say, fuck you, and this relationship, I'm out, I'm going to do it. Then what?
She walks out the door.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It was her choice. The same way.
I'm not saying I'm going to dictate what she does. What I'm saying is I'm not going to allow it. I'm not going to sit back and watch her do this when I know I could help her do it a different way. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. What if she chooses not to do it, if she chooses not to take my help, that's her prerogative. I can't force her to take my help. By all means, do what you need to do. But hey, if we're gonna explore all options, let's explore my option as well.
My last question now. Okay, let's say I'm gonna do it right. I like me a fat girl. Alright, a fat girl, a thick girl, a chunky.
Shout out thick girl, shout out.
I showed them chunky chunks.
Yep.
Shout chunky, I think about you chunky. But I like them thick, I like them chunky and all that. So pause. Let's go pause the podcast right now. audience, the audience, the audience. You're doing this for the audience.
Chunky.
Man, you know my friend who has called.
I don't know shit.
Wow.
See, what had happened was
Right, and we was in the moment. And I said chunky a couple times, so I know she normally watches the shit.
Who's she?
people call people chunky.
We can talk about that later.
Chunky is a lot of people.
No, he talking about specific people.
We gonna talk about that later. Let's finish the podcast. We almost done.
Chunky.
We almost done.
I posted this on fucking Instagram so you can see how much of a trash ass nigga you is.
All right. So can I continue?
You can do it now.
All right. Oh, what did I say? Oh yeah. What did I say?
Shout out to Twitter.
What about? Oh yeah, shout out the thickies, shout out the chunk girls, shout out the nice little body girls. Am I wrong if I tell my lady, hey, if you go get this lipo, you go get this plastic surgery, and you move that body I like, and you might be looking like an IG body, but that's not what I want. That's not what I like, and I leave her. Am I wrong?
No.
No, you're not wrong, but let's be realistic.
Yeah, it's
You ain't
not.
going nowhere.
Man, you saying that I could cheat on her though? I might not go nowhere. I could cheat on her though, because I'm like, yeah, you look good, and I could look like a stunt, like I stunt with a body, but that's not what I really like. I like someone who natural, and if they natural is fat, then I like fat natural.
This takes me back to my statement. A man doesn't know who he is until he knows the type of woman he wants. So you can say you like thick girls because that's what you like right now. But if you were to find yourself with a slim girl, you may find that, you know what, this is what I really
That's
like.
why my only baby with a slim girly.
Yeah.
But I mean, but all my women was thick. But my only baby. Anyway, no, I put my business out there for no reason. Anyway, hey, I appreciate. Shout out Kim. Shout out Zoe. Zoe, you know I love you. I hope you ain't watching this, but shout out Zoe. You know I love you. At the end of the day, guys, I appreciate you guys giving me some of that insight or whatever. Spooty, you gonna have you a woman soon. Boy, these women gonna hear this shit.
You know what's so fucked up? I'm gonna shout out again. Shout out Messi. I'm talking to this girl, right? And she's just like telling me like, oh, you know, I like you or whatever, but like I can't even like I'm gonna be real with you, like I know like it ain't gonna be what I want it to be, so like we gotta just shut this down. And it's just like,
what is it that she? I mean, I don't want to get too deep, but what is it that she wanted to be?
I don't know the answer to that question, but she know it can't be a relationship or nothing serious.
She just wants some savage smoothie.
No, she don't. I mean, I don't know.
Look at that face. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, we leave it at that.
Yeah, no, but it's just like
Shout out Messi.
Y'all don't got me with problems. It's just like for real. It's just like don't be speaking that evil on me, Ricky Bobby, because it's just like I don't know why. That's why I don't be trying to be flexing with my shit, because guys just look at you at a certain way and start putting you in certain categories.
It's that ranking, and
it's just like, oh, this is serious.
It's a lawyer who has taught this good stuff, who have a good understanding of women and all that shit. Let me give this cunny real quick.
What's wrong with that?
He's trying to wild right now and have a good time with this little.
It's not even.
That's cool. That's cool. Watch it. Let me show you.
No, don't let me answer for him.
Yeah.
You answer.
Okay, go ahead.
My thing is, you from jump already putting a lot of expectations on me because of what you think about me, not because of who I really am.
Okay.
And I feel like if it gets there, genuinely cool, great, whatever. But it's just like you already know where I'm at, and so because you gonna say like, yeah, you feeling me, and it's just like this is not the first time it's happened. It's not the second time it's happened. It's happened a couple of times where it's like, you know, we feeling each other, like you know, you trying to like be sexual or whatever, but it's just like. I'm gonna change the way I interact with you or how I operate around you because I know I want something else from this situation, and because of who I think you are off rip.
And that's the woman's prerogative.
Nothing wrong
That's
with
not
that.
your fault.
No,
You know what I'm saying? So how I use it, because it happens.
Yeah.
You know, females see you, they see your swag, they see the way you carry yourself, and they figure, well, you know, I need that in my life.
Yeah.
So, but use it as a backbone. Stand on it.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? You don't have to answer all them calls. You answer the calls you want to answer. This is the one thing that I guess you could say I admire about women, and I actually use it to myself. Women treat themselves like a gift. They treat themselves like a prize. So why we can't treat ourselves like a prize?
Speak to these young men, boy. Speak to these young men.
Real. If a woman is gonna make you wait 5-6 months to get some, bro, just flip the script. Tell her no. She tries to rub upon you. Tell her no. She tries to kiss you. Tell her no.
And there ain't nothing your right hand or your left hand if your
Yeah.
left hand can do for you.
I'm just
Light
being
you a little
honest.
candle.
If you treat
get your YouTube channel, play a little rain music going on the shutters. You have you a good little time. Ain't nothing she can do. But
Hey, shout out
continue.
GSM.com, all the Tumblr people.
Smoothie, get with these social media porn king. Stop talking about your social media porn. Smile's trying to say something solid
No, I'm
just
just
now.
being real. I'm just being real. If dudes out here would start treating themselves with a little bit more respect, they'd find the women in their life would be of some more value.
That going in the promo. Hey, producer, put that in the promo. Alright, so we teach them. So hey guys, we running over time right now. So I just want to appreciate you guys again for out here talking. Shout out Spooty, shout out Travis. This is some real good insight. Y'all niggas always get deep on me. That's why I love to bring y'all on my show. So everybody's always asking, oh, you always bring your friends on my show? Because I know my fucking friends. They deep as shit, dog. So I gotta bring them on. So remember, this is the Black Swan podcast. That's BlackSwaan. I'm your host, Anwar Snuffy Dog Smith. Until next time, next week I think we got Rodney on the show. We got Alex on the show. So we're going to have some really, really deep and then fun, exciting conversations. Y'all know Rodney deep as fuck. But anyway, Black Swan podcast. Next time we see y'all, be easy.